Nobody knows the globe like AWZ, thus in this piece we give our selections for 11 of the most breathtaking landscapes, along with advice for tourists who want to visit them. Chile's Cordillera del Paine. The Torres del Paine, which are a group of mountains divided by narrow valleys, dominate the Cordillera's stunning terrain, which has been shaped by glacial forces. Massive granite monoliths and UNESCO biosphere reserves make up its towering summits. Did you realize? National Geographic ranked Torres del Paine National Park as the 5th most beautiful place on Earth in 2013. Ideal time to travel. Although the park is available all year round, the ideal time to come is from October to April. Get motivated. Visit the best of cosmopolitan Santiago while admiring the ice flows of the Great Glacier and trekking through mountains with tremendously different scenery. Elephant Island, Antarctica. Elephant Island is a hilly island off the coast of Antarctica in the farthest regions of the South Shetland Islands in the Southern Ocean. It is most well known for serving as the lonely refuge of Ernest Shackleton and his crew in 1916. Did you realize? Ernest Shackleton and his crew found a bleak haven on the island in 1916. 28 worn-out men reached the island following a terrifying adventure on drifting ice floes after their ship was lost in Weddell Sea ice. Ideal time to travel. Only the austral summer, which typically lasts from late October to late March, is accessible. Get motivated. Experience the incredible polar wildlife up close, be in awe of enormous icebergs, and spend time on deck watching soaring albatrosses and spotting whales. Iceland's Dettifoss. The biggest waterfall in northeast Iceland is Dettifoss, which is reputed to be the most potent in all of Europe. There is no better setting for its unbridled strength than the stark, rocky surroundings with the bone-crushingly precipitous fall on either side. Did you realize? According to legend, Dettifoss has the strongest waterfalls in all of Europe, with a flow that varies from 200 to 500 cubic meters per second depending on the summer ice melt. Ideal time to travel. From January to the beginning of April, highways are not in operation from June to September. Get motivated. Visit the tallest ice cap in Europe, stay in a small guest house in the eastern fjords, and take pictures of the island nation's black sand beaches and thundering waterfalls. Highlands of Scotland, UK. The Scottish Highlands are a stunning and inspiring location with historic landscapes and a fascinating history. This region has a unique culture that is impacted by its stormy past, great terrain, and natural beauty. Did you realize? The mountain summit of Ben Nevis, which rises 1,346 meters above sea level, is the highest point in Scotland, 4,418 feet. Ideal time to travel. In general, autumn is one of the best seasons to travel. The shoulder season has fewer visitors and a calmer tempo, although it is a little colder and rainier. Get motivated. Enjoy the quiet of remote landscapes, spot amazing animals, savor delectable seafood, and get to know the friendly, down-to-earth people of Scotland. USA's Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, reaches a depth of more than a mile. The Colorado River and its tributaries have exposed over 2 billion years of Earth's geological history by slicing through layer after layer of rock. Did you realize? The canyon is barely 54 meters, 60 yards, broad at its narrowest point and 28 kilometers wide at its widest point, 18 miles. Ideal time to travel. The months of March through May and September through November are when the crowds start to thin out and the daytime temperatures start to decrease. Get motivated. Experience the sunset at the Grand Canyon, stargaze in Los Angeles, gamble in Las Vegas, delight in San Diego's attractions, and experience Route 66 for yourself. Peru's Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu is undoubtedly the most well-known symbol of the Inca world and is frequently referred to as the Lost City of the Incas. It is located 80 kilometers northwest of Cusco in Peru, above the Urubamba Valley, through which the Urubamba River flows. Did you realize? Some porters sleep with a mirror underneath them while traveling in the hopes that it may ward off ghosts that emerge from the ground. Ideal time to travel. All year round, Machu Picchu is accessible. Even though the official rainy season runs from October to April, it might rain at any time. And while the busiest time is from July through August, people are always to be expected. Get motivated. While hiking the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu, explore the sights in the Sacred Valley and discover local customs. Lake Peyto in Canada. A glacier-fed lake called Peyto Lake can be found in the Canadian Rockies. The lake's vibrant turquoise color is caused by the substantial amounts of glacier stones that flow into it during the summer. Did you realize? Bill Peyto, an English explorer and trapper who first found Peyto Lake in 1894, gave it its name. Locals pronounce it Pito, ideal time to travel. The ideal hiking season is from June to September, when the alpine lakes have thawed and their stunning blue water may be appreciated. Get motivated. Take a magnificent drive from the Pacific coast to the heights of the Rocky Mountains, see the well-known resort town of Whistler, go on a float trip to look for grizzly and black bears at Blue River, relax in natural hot springs, or go ice walking on an active glacier. Land Seljalandsfoss. The falls of Seljalandsfoss plunge down a rocky scarp into a deep emerald pool, making them one of Iceland's most recognizable attractions. Around the waterfall's back is a trail. Did you realize? The cliffs of Seljalandsfoss are thought to have formerly been a part of the coastline of Iceland. Ideal time to travel. June through September, however, the falls are accessible year-round and free of charge. Get motivated. Explore Iceland's constantly shifting topography, hike across a frozen glacier and along the faces of volcanoes, and camp in a remote area along the Laugavegur Trail. Get dressed up and move north. Various northern lights. The northern lights, which only occur at high latitudes on dark nights from September to March, are among the most magnificent natural phenomena on Earth. An ethereal green glow on the horizon or throbbing scarlet streaks across the sky are also possible sights for lucky stargazers. Did you realize? At the same altitude as the auroras, astronauts on board the International Space Station can observe them from a side perspective. Ideal time to travel. The months of September through mid-April, when there are complete dark evenings, are the greatest for viewing the northern lights in Iceland. Get motivated. Discover Iceland's glaciers and waterfalls, watch for spectacular northern lights displays, live like a native in a lovely farmhouse, and relax your muscles in natural hot springs. Iguazu Falls, Brazil and Argentina. Iguazu Falls, which are taller than Niagara and wider than Victoria Falls, are located close to a triangular boundary between Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay. One of those sights that must be seen to be believed is Iguazu. Did you realize? Iguazu has 275 different falls. The Devil's Throat, a U-shaped cataract with 14 falls that plunge more than 106 meters, is the most stunning, 350 feet. Ideal time to travel. The wettest months are December, January, and February, when flow is at its peak and the falls are at their most magnificent. Get motivated. Explore the cobblestone alleyways of colonial Parody, take in the refinement of Buenos Aires, sip a caipirinha in Rio, and be in awe of Iguazu Falls. Chile's Puerto Natales. Puerto Natales, which is situated on the shores of Sino Ultima Esperanza and enjoys a breathtaking setting on the edge of Chile's pampas, is bordered by high peaks and a turquoise channel where the remains of a wooden pier extend into the distance. Did you realize? Only 8 cities in the world have a nearly identical counterpart on the opposite side of the globe, with Puerto Natales having Ulan-Ude in Russia. Ideal time to travel. In early March through November, Chilean Patagonia is at its most pleasant, summertime in the southern hemisphere. Get motivated. Discover the Lake District, hike the W Circuit in Torres del Paine, and be amazed by the Perito Moreno Glacier. Soak up the excitement of Buenos Aires. Would you travel the entire world? That was for today. Thank you for staying with us. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel.